Chris Trail. I'm City Councilor for District 5. I also, fourth generation Ike's Chili. We're mentioning a book called The Big Rich, and it talks about how, you know, this oil man would have the chili, and he, even J. Edgar Hoover had it, and he said it was a caviar of chili. So it's a neat little tradition. Tulsa deserves an Ike's. We've been here since 1908, and I think it's important for there to be an Ike's. You know, I enjoy being there, and being at Ike's is one of the reasons that pushed me to run for city council, because, you know, you have construction workers sitting next to Senator Inhofe or Stan Lieberger, or I mean, you'll have presidents of banks, you have millionaires sitting next to, you know, day laborers. And there's just such a great influx of people, and it's just amazing, the variety of people you get there. They just felt like their voice wasn't being heard at City Hall, and so I, for some reason, said, oh, I'll be your voice. But that's hard to, it's a lot harder than it sounds at times. Yeah, you know, my grandpa, it was so funny. I'm the only one that knows the recipe still, because I didn't know until I was like probably 30, or maybe, probably about 32, 33. And at that time, he'd been married to my grandmother for like 50 years. And he said, now, I know you'll be tempted to tell your wife. He said, but you know, he said, wives come and go, but this doesn't. I'm like, what, Grandma? I mean, what about Grandma? You know? We're real fortunate. We get to see Senator Inhofe about every fifth Friday, you know, and he, in fact, he had an opportunity to introduce the president, it was President Bush at the time in Oklahoma City, but we were celebrating our 100th year anniversary, and he decided to come to Ike's, and he celebrated 100 years with us and did a little PR instead of going to Oklahoma City and introducing President Bush. So that was pretty neat. So he's a pretty big fan, but...
So you're saying that Inhofe chose a hot dog over President Bush?
Well, he also gets a three-way. But yeah, he chose a three-way over President Bush. Three-way of chili. Gotta be careful there, but yeah. Well, it's gonna sound horrible, but every Saturday and Sunday, from 1 to 4, the kids eat free at Twin Peaks. I know that sounds horrible, and I probably shouldn't say it, but it's the truth. I mean, family of 5 for $13, you can't beat, and the food is really good. I don't know how, I've never been there after dark, but between 1 and 4 and at Twin Peaks, you know, the girls wear jerseys and they kind of, but it's not that. This lady told me about it. I thought, oh, sure, yeah, right. And we went out there and I was like, oh, the kids. I mean, it was amazing. You have coloring books.